I've had a career on YouTube for 6 years now. I have been very successful. I'm making probably the most money I ever have presently, and yet I have never more than now felt as though I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Frankly, I don't even understand uh, how I am succeeding, or or what exactly people are coming to me for, because it's gotten so chaotic that I literally can't even tell. I mean, on some level, I know that my Patreon is successful because I make these rants that people enjoy paying money for, and I make these care packages. Generally, I have high tier rewards that cost a decent amount of money. So, people patron me more than they might patron most people to get those rewards. I also know that I'm making more ad revenue than normal because even though my view counts have not been amazing across any of my channels, the sheer amount of stuff that I put out causes there to be an uptick in ad revenue, because even if only a few thousand people watch all these videos, that's still enough to make me some money. What the fuck? I got pieces of foam falling from the sky. So I'm in this weird spot where my channels, particularly the main channel, is pretty much the most dead it's been in quite some time. And it's very much algorithmically dead. YouTube is not even pushing my videos to all of my subscribers anymore. A significant amount of them just don't get my shit even in their sub box. And, certainly people aren't clicking on them as much as they used to be. And, I've also splintered my content in a lot of ways between different sources that are difficult for the audience to even track. It's just kind of a situation where, I don't entirely know how I could spread myself back out again, because I'm not really sure what people want from me. I don't really know what it is that I could make that would draw attention back to me in a broader sense than just the hardcore people who still watch me. I don't know if maybe I've burned my bridge with the popular culture, which I'm sure some people are going to say is the case. Some people are going to say your name is toxic. And in some communities, that's definitely true. And yet, even still, I don't think that's completely the answer. Like, if you go on, say, the Reddit anime board, people generally don't like me very much there because I tend to shit on shows that they like. But still, my videos can sometimes reach the hot page, get a lot of upvotes, and, have decent discussion. It's not as though, it's prevented that just by having, just by being not well liked there. Um, I've been in various internet controversies, or had various communities that don't like me, but none of it has ever had a significant impact on what's, the work itself. It seems more as though I just am not making things that my own sub base really wants to click on. And because of the fact that the people who click on my videos are by and large just people who watch a lot of Digibro videos, I don't think YouTube sees much need to recommend me to other people. I don't think that my videos really get that, because over my entire career, the vast majority of my views have come from the YouTube sidebar. The vast majority have come from recommendation, YouTube recommendations. If I appear in the sidebar of other videos, then people click through to mine. That is the main method of discovery people have for me, and that's not happening anymore. So it must just mean that the videos I'm making aren't appealing to people, and I've tried covering currently airing shows. I've tried covering popular cult classics. I've tried covering things that people specifically have requested me to cover. Um, I think that I've had a little bit more luck if I do general topic analysis, which is always going to be the most popular form. And maybe what I really need is just another one of those that manages to have the right spark, and a lot of people want to click on it. But the view counts have been consistently diminishing for a certain amount of time. And I'm not really here to look for reasons for that. I'm not really here to ask anybody, like, why do you think the channel's gone downhill? I can think of 1,000 reasons. I've heard them all. I don't care. That's not the question that's prominent in my mind. The question is, why do you like my content? If you do, why are you here? That's what I want to know. I don't want to know why you think that other people aren't here, because we could speculate all day about other people's intentions. Everybody has different reasons. Some people don't just have watched enough of my videos over the years, just decided they don't like me, don't click on them anymore, Some people have been disillusioned to the type of content I do, or think that my stylistic changes over time are no longer appealing to them. There's 1,000 reasons like this. I just want to know, what do you like? What do you hope for? When you click on a Digibro video, what are you hoping to get out of it? That's what I want to know the most. And I know that this is going to be an extremely limited sample base. I mean, only certain people are even going to watch a video like this. This is not about me trying to get the ultimate piece of advice. I just want to know why you do. It's a question I'll ask in different forms in different places. I like to gather this kind of random data, and it skews my data badly when people give me different answers from what I'm looking for. Like, if I ask one question and people give an answer where they try to reach beyond the question and answer something else, it doesn't give me the data I'm looking for. So please, just purely, I want to know, why do you watch Digibro content? Now, let me tell you some things that I'm planning to do to try and improve my situation, because my tendency throughout my career has always been to just rush recklessly forward and leave chaos in my wake and not address it. I tend to just constantly work on new things, constantly try to be the human content machine and put out as much stuff as possible. But a lot of the time, putting out a new video is legitimately less beneficial to me than restructuring, things as they are. Like, there have been videos I've made where just changing the title and thumbnail caused a spike in viewership, even on an old-ass video. Because the bottom line is that a lot of my views come from older videos. A lot of my stuff is legacy content that people continually come back to, or that continues to find a new audience as people search for it. And I have done a terrible job of maintaining the legacy of my content. I have lots of videos that just don't have good titles and thumbnails. I didn't even know about really how tags work until the other day when May researched it. I've been doing my tags completely wrong my whole career. So I need to go back through all my videos and change the tags. I need to change the thumbnails on a lot of them, change titles. And I want you to give me whatever suggestions you may have. Send me thumbnails for whatever videos you think, if there's a video in my catalog that you think you have a good idea for a thumbnail for it, and you want to send it along, go ahead. I might use it. Send me title suggestions. I will look through, because frankly, the way I use YouTube is so different from most people that it's difficult for me to grasp like what people want from YouTube videos. Like, I just watch my subscriptions. My mentality has always been, if somebody makes something good, then most likely they will make more things that I like. So, whoever I follow, I just watch everything they make. I watch every single thing that the people in my subscriptions post. So, like, I don't even really look at the title and thumbnail. I don't really consider what the video's about. I just click it because it's by somebody who I like. So, it's difficult for me to put myself into the shoes of somebody who is just browsing YouTube. And I mean, when I'm browsing, I find everything repulsive. I don't click on anything. It's very difficult for me to find videos that actually attract me to them. So, It's not that I don't understand at all how to do it. I have clearly done it successfully many, many times. It's just like, it's hard for me to break out of my own head and look at it from a distance as somebody who doesn't know what the video is, since I, often am titling and thumbnailing these things right after I've just spent a bunch of time working on it and am very familiar with it. Or I try to pick something that's more thematic than just eye-catching, which is always a mistake. So yeah, let me know what you think you would suggest as titles and thumbnails. I'm gonna re-thumbnail. I'm gonna, do my own, but feel free to suggest stuff anyways. Because I mean, if yours is better than what I come up with, then by all means. Gonna re-tag everything. I'm also probably gonna re-upload a lot of videos from other channels because, my whole career, I've always been of this mentality that it's possible something will be more successful than the main channel. So when me and Tom made I Am Games, the idea of it was sort of that if there became a bunch of people who just wanted to watch my gaming content and did not want to watch me talk about other things, then this channel has the potential to grow a lot larger because it's only about games, and gaming channels are the bigger channels on YouTube. So theoretically, if that channel outgrew the main channel, that would be great. But if I post those videos to the main channel and people who don't want to see anime are trying to follow me for gaming content, then they might not subscribe. But the reality is that this channel doesn't get pushed to gamers. It just doesn't escape me and Tom's audience because, again, the only people watching it are people who watch our content. It's only getting recommended to people who watch our content. It's not, it's not going into gaming communities, and I don't think that we know how to market our content to the gaming community. Neither of us really participate in gaming communities, so it's difficult for us to figure out, what are people talking about, what will be relevant, what kind of titles and thumbnails catch on in this community. Are people even looking for a new voice from gaming when there's so many people talking about video games already? Is our perspective interesting to enough gamers that they even will ever click on this channel? All these questions remain at the forefront because the channel has never taken off. And, I feel like I've done a lot to advertise it, but I also know that every time I mention it, there's a bunch of people who are like, I never heard of it. So, I'm probably going to take my main scripted videos that I did entirely by myself, like Tales of and the GameCube Forever videos, and re-upload those to the main channel as well, just because it's the only way that they're going to get views. And I might take some of the other stuff that I did by myself on there and post it to After Dark, like the Uncharted videos, because it's mind-blowing how many more views videos will get just by being on those channels. The Metroid Prime video I just did had 2,000 on I Am Games after a day, and I posted the same video to the main channel and it has 8,000 views. And sure, it's still not a huge video, but it's a massive difference in view count, but it didn't lead to a massive amount of new subscribers on I Am Games. Even though the one on the main channel opens with an advertisement for I Am Games, it only upticked by a couple hundred subs, as opposed to, clearly there's a difference of at least 6,000 people who are not subscribed to I Am Games. Well, I guess really it could even be 8,000 because the video is already on I Am Games. So most of the people clicking on it on the main channel probably were only clicking on it because they hadn't seen it already on the other channel. And even though they seem to be enjoying the video, it's getting a positive response, it's getting a lot of likes, it's got 8,000 views, it's not translating to people subscribing to I Am Games. And maybe that's just because of the other types of content that are on I Am Games, which maybe wouldn't be as successful if it was posted to the main channel. But it's just again, I don't understand the mindset of somebody saying, I'll watch this because it's a Digibro video and I like Digibro's videos, and then not subscribing to the other channel full of my videos, you know? So, like, and of course, some people probably say, well, you know, Tom is on there too. Well, I mean, in the early days of the channel, I was writing all of the videos. So, you know, I don't know why it wasn't growing then, with that still being the case, why it was so difficult to get my subscribers over there. And, like, you know, likewise with my Digibros Turntable channel. And that channel, I think I probably didn't advertise enough, which was partially because I was trying to break out of this mold of YouTube only recommending my stuff to my own fans. I was hoping that those videos would start to be recommended to just music fans, but it never happened. It never got outside of my audience. And so, you know, there's a bunch of videos on that channel also that I'd put a lot of effort into that might have to go on After Dark or the main channel or something, just because I want them to have a second life. You know, there's a lot of videos that I spent a lot of time and effort on that just have not got views just because they're on these other channels. And, you know, I'd still like to grow I Am Games, because I still think it's an interesting idea, and I like that it, you know, it helps me to put Tom on as well. But, like, you know, it's just like it's really heartbreaking to put all that effort into a video and then see that it doesn't get any views, and then know that I could just post it to another channel and it will get way more, you know. And of course, you know, I could still use that as more opportunities to advertise it. So yeah, I might do some re-uploads, which I've been thinking about doing for a long time, but like I just, you know, I think I need to, because it's like, it creates this sensation that, like, I'm not putting, like, if you don't end up subscribing to those other channels and I end up putting a lot of work into those channels and you don't see that work, it looks like I'm not doing anything. You know, it looks like, oh, Digibro hasn't released a video all month. And it's like, well, I've released 7 videos. They're just on a different channel than the one you're watching, you know, or if you're on After Dark, a billion videos. I'm also going to really try to make sure that these fucking rants don't come out all at the end of the month. I mean, it's basically just been a problem each month of, I get excited to do other things, I end up pushing the rants back, they all come out at the very end. It's not good for me for it to happen that way, because first of all, I always lose a bunch of subscribers because of the fact that there's a spam of videos. Second of all, the videos all drown each other out. You know, more people are just going to scroll past it if there's a fuckload of videos than they will if there's like 7. Like, whenever I've done it where I've released just a batch, those ones do much better in view count. So, like, I would prefer to release it in smaller batches over the course of the month, because it's just better in every way for both you and me. And, like, you know, it won't be such a... It won't be such a dramatic thing for me at the end of the month where I'm fucking spend 3 days just nonstop recording rants. By the way, speaking of Patreon stuff, there's 5 care pack slots open. For those who don't know, every month I do a care pack at $40. I send people a little art card with a drawing. Now I've had May doing the drawings now because she's better than me, and I write a poem about the thing on the back. And then there's also a USB stick, which up till this point has usually included a movie commentary with me and May, a Let's Play, usually with both of us as well. That's you know, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And then a vlog where I just film basically whatever goes on that month. If I travel that month, I'll have some footage from the traveling. If not, it'll probably be more of me at home talking about what has, you know, like what my life has been like in that month. I used to include songs with them. I'd like to get back to that. I usually throw in some kind of random shit that I have sitting around on my hard drive that never got released. I want to beef up the care packs going forward, because the only reason I haven't really is that I've just been... Life has been so chaotic for the last few months that I have not, you know, sat there and thought about what I could add to it. But again, this is maintenance month, so... You know, I want to work on that. I bought a t-shirt press, so I want to start making t-shirts. Let me know what you would want on a t-shirt. I mean, I'm literally going to, like, make them to order. So, if you have any t-shirt ideas, let me know, and maybe I'll make it and just send it to you personally. Only recommend me things you would literally pay for. Do not recommend me a shirt that you would not literally buy. But if you have an idea for a shirt that you actually would pay, let's say $25 and shipping for, then recommend it. I don't know if I'm actually going to charge that much. It's just, that's an amount that I think is safe to say you should be willing to pay this amount before I will, consider this a real idea. So I got Patreon rewards, outstanding. Five care packs are open because I have 20 slots total. I might even beef it up because the care packs are not so difficult to do as long as I can get a head start on them earlier in the month, as opposed to just, again, doing everything at the back end because things are too chaotic. But depending on how things go, I mean, the fact that there's not even all 20 of the slots are filled right now means there's not much need to bump it up to 30. But if they were to fill up as a result of this video and people told me, hey, your care packs are full, but I want one, then I'll be like, all right, maybe I'll add some extra in. But yeah. So just let me know. What kind of things do you think I could do to my back catalog to improve it? New thumbnails, new title ideas. What videos would you want to see re-uploaded to the main or After Dark channels? What would you most like to see? What kind of videos, if I put them out, would you be hype? You'd be like, oh, fuck, Digibro's talking about the thing I want him to talk about. Even if the answer is just do whatever you want, I still want to know that. I want to know what the appeal is to you. Again, I don't want any speculation about why you think other people aren't watching. I already know a lot of reasons. I already know a billion ones. No one answer is the answer. They're all correct answers. I just want to know why you are watching the content, because that's the part that I understand the least. It's easy for me to understand why people wouldn't watch. It's harder for me to understand what people are watching for. So, yeah. That's it. Let the maintenance month begin.